Okay, so this is just brilliant. So it's been announced that Ireland is to ask the ICJ to expand the genocide definition in South Africa's case against Israel. So let me just read you the report on Jerusalem Post, and then I'll comment on this. So Ireland Foreign Affairs Minister Michael Martin received government approval for Ireland to intervene in South Africa's case against Israel at the International Court of Justice under the Genocide Convention. By legally intervening in South Africa's case, Ireland will be asking the ICJ to broaden its interpretation of what constitutes the commission of genocide by a state, the department said in a statement. We are concerned that a very narrow interpretation of what constitutes genocide leads to a culture of impunity in which the protection of civilians is minimized. So let's just be clear. Let me just explain in very simple layman's terms what has happened. People have clocked on, they've realized that a genocide is when most civilians are killed and targeted. They're realizing also that over 95% of, civilians, non-combatants in Gaza have not been killed, are not being targeted. And they're saying, oh, well, maybe it's not a genocide. So what do? Well, they can't just walk away from this. They now say, oh, let's change the definition of genocide, which is what Amnesty International have done. And this, by the way, is the classic definition of anti-Semitism. You have a societal definition of what constitutes evil, and then you have what the Jews are doing, and you reinterpret either the definition of evil or what the Jews are doing in order to merge the two. I mean, people are saying, genocide, the Ireland saying that the genocide definition is too narrow. No, it's not. It was perfectly plausible for defining the Holocaust, the Rwanda genocide. No one had a problem with it. It's only when you want to go after Israel. It's just unbelievable. So when you want to go after Israel, we'll turn the definition upside down. A colleague of mine, friend of mine, said to me, how about a new definition of violating genocide? How about this as a definition? The deliberate attempt to destroy an entire ethnic, national, or religious group, or the use of any means, including diplomatic and legal, to try to prevent a population defending itself against a genocide, i.e., exactly what they're doing to Israel. Surely, that is a far more accurate definition and makes South Africa and Ireland and Amnesty guilty of violating the Prevention of Genocide Code, or whatever it's referred to as. Now, before I continue with this video and talking about this particular story, I want to pause just for a second because I want to show you an important video. Have a watch. The world is full of lies.
That Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu bear criminal responsibility.
The truth is under attack.
Which river, which sea? So you don't know the.
From the media to the UN to celebrities, lies reign supreme. But the thing about the truth is that no matter how dark a room of lies, if you light one candle of truth, it can light up the whole room. That's why I created JTV, the global Jewish YouTube channel. We have been lighting the flame of truth on social media. We believe that the key to defeating anti-Semitism isn't just in fighting the hate, but it's about creating pro-Semitism and sharing the truth. There's nothing inevitable about anti-Semitism. We just need to tell our story with confidence, pride, and love. We believe that telling the truth, exposing the lies, and sharing the wisdom and beauty found within the Jewish story and the ideas of Judaism can transform the world. We're reaching millions of people all around the world from all backgrounds and perspectives. Every day we are transforming people's views about Israel, Jews, and Judaism. How do we know? Because they tell us. But there's so much more we can do. It's time for us to build a team to accelerate our growth and produce way more content that can appeal to even more people. We want to hire more presenters, start doing documentary series, and way more. And if we do that, JTV will start competing with the other big media players who peddle anti-Israel narratives. And that's where you come in. I'm asking you to please partner with us on our journey to spread the truth to the entire world by donating whatever you can to this fundraiser. Together, we will harness the power of social media to shine the light of truth to the whole world. Thank you so much for your support. So there you go, that's the video. As I say, if you can please consider partnering with us in this mission to accelerate our growth. I know many people will just watch the video and they'll enjoy the content and they'll move on, and that's great. But if you're one of those people that will actually take a little bit more action and initiative by clicking on the link in the video description and contributing to our efforts to accelerate our growth, then you really will be partnering with us in our mission to share the truth to all. You know, people assume, oh yeah, I'm sure lots of people will click on the link, lots of people. Actually, it's down to you. It's down to whether you decide to click on the link and donate and contribute. And, you know, we get hundreds of thousands, millions of views actually on JTV every single day. And if every single person just contributed just a small amount, we would have an incredible amount of resources to grow this. So as I say, please do click on that link in the video description. Now, getting back to the story, someone sent to me this. They said, why Ireland's blood libelling is actually a form of supporting genocide. So Ireland are now supporting genocide. And he said this: redefining genocide to stop a country protecting itself from genocide is not just an inversion so perverse and sick. It is actual aiding and abetting of genocide. Preventing Israel from dismantling Hamas is not in principle different to arming and empowering Hamas. Preventing the police from arresting a murderous gang makes one complicit in the murders the gang perpetrates. If one day, God forbid, Hamas were to succeed in its dream of storming Jerusalem and Tel Aviv and killing millions of Jews, the blood would be on the hands of those whose actions, however naive, are designed to keep Hamas in power. When the war is finally finished and there are commissions of inquiry, there absolutely should be one into the international blood libelling and genocidal diplomatic behaviour of countries like Ireland and South Africa, as well as those that have directly aided Hamas, like Turkey, Iran and Qatar. Frankly, I couldn't agree more. Exactly as has been said, when it comes to anti-Semitism, they are what they accuse the Jews of.